We are back today with John Halterman, the Certified Wealth Strategist. You've seen him on Ask the Expert if you watch the news. So John, what made you become a Certified Wealth Strategist, and what does that completely entail?
Sure. Well, it really started in my childhood.
Okay.
I was actually born in Vietnam. And so I came to the United States because my dad was an Army soldier from Weston, West Virginia. And so I lived there almost 3.5 years. He brought us here. Unfortunately, my mom and dad's situation did not work out, and I ended up with a single mom with 3 kids. And if you can only imagine, somebody coming from another country, not really having a family support staff, not really knowing the land very well and having the skills needed, it was a struggle.
Yeah.
And so living in that poverty, struggling most of my childhood, I realized that, when I got older, I wanted to learn everything I could about earning money. Because even though I'm very appreciative of my mom's situation, I knew that I needed to make a change from that. And so that's where my mentality got started at. Because watching people struggle and not being able to do the things they want, that's tough.
That is tough, yes.
And that's tough. And so then I joined the military. During my time in the military, a guy had asked me about, compound interest. He says, do you know that if you understand compound interest, you can become a millionaire? Well, that fascinated me because I was like, wait a minute, me, a millionaire? Because $1 million to me was Elvis,
Yes.
And so I never imagined that someone like me could become a millionaire. He's like, all you got to do is save for a long period of time. And so what I realized real quick was that knowledge was a big deal, that you needed to gain enough knowledge, because for most people, we don't have fiscal education. It's not taught in schools.
Right.
And so I decided that, that's what I wanted to pursue. I wanted to pursue educating people and teaching them about money. And so, of course, that led me to the financial industry, because there's no better place in the world to be a teacher of money and to help people than being a wealth advisor. And so that was my reasoning behind becoming a wealth advisor.
And what made you choose the 50-plus market
Well,
over somebody
younger?
Well,
when I first began, what I realized is that young people, they've got time on their side, and they can make a lot of mistakes, and it can still work out the way they want. But what I realized is in the older demographic of 50 or older, I realized you can't make as many mistakes because you don't have time to recover. And so because you don't have time to recover, what I knew was it was more important to have the right type of advice. And I looked around and I said, you know what? We live in West Virginia. And of course, West Virginia, we have more retirees, or one of the most retirees in the whole nation.
Really?
So I thought, so we have the second most retirees next to Florida. So I thought, you know what? That's a perfect market. Here are people who have the need for my level of expertise, but at the same time, there's an abundant supply of them. And so I thought it was going to be a win-win for everybody by working in that category.
that is a win-win. Now, if somebody is interested in your services, how can they find you?
Sure. All you have to do is either visit our website at bwmwv.com or give us a call at 304-626-3900.